Lebatard.
The last thing I heard before they turned these microphones on was John Elway, shut up.
Yep. Shut up, Elway.
Well said.
Thank you.
Stugotz.
I'd say that shut up is never well said.
Shut up. Those are two words that are unmistakable. I think it's you cut right to the chase when you say shut up.
Shut up, Elway.
This is the Dan Lebatard Show with the Stugotz on ESPN Radio.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Pick from a range of coverage options with a Name Your Price tool to find a price that works for you. Jeff Bridges, 40 minutes, 11:40 Eastern on the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line.
A lot of people in our audience correcting me. I blasphemed against LSD by saying you smoke it last segment. A lot of drug users or people knowledgeable about drug use. You can smoke it, but that's not the best way to do LSD.
I thought you could smoke LSD.
You could. But a lot of people are really mad about that. They are super, super unreasonably mad that I said that.
Is that the thing that you just let dissolve on your tongue?
Yes, it is, yeah. Tab of acid or you eat some mushrooms. I sound pretty informed right now.
So here is a new Suey Award. The Sueys have been a great success. They're our Oscars, celebrating the year in radio here. Some of the best and worst of what we've done. Here is the Suey category for best story told on the show in the last year.
And now, the Suey nominees for best story. Alecia Cooper, Elvis Presley's elevator story.
About 1971, I got a call in Las Vegas. Elvis wants to meet you. I said, okay. And this is when Elvis was Elvis. I mean, black leather, so it really looked good. He was pure Elvis. And I got in the elevator, and it was me, Chubby Checker, Liza Minnelli, and, what was the girl's name from Deep Throat?
Oh, yeah, Linda Lovelace.
Linda Lovelace, yeah. So three of us, of course, left that night, and one person stayed. Let you guess which one. I personally don't understand what he and Chubby Checker did all night, but...
Burt Reynolds.
I had about 100 horses at the time, and that's a lot of horses. And I got two huge nets, and I filled them both. And at about 3 o'clock in the morning, my ranch foreman and I took my helicopter down to the wonderful National Choir, which is just down the street here from me. And I flew over the which I felt was I just didn't think it was right that they had the largest Christmas tree in the United States. It wasn't right. So I dumped it on top of the tree, and it just cascaded down. It was a beautiful sight.
Carl Douglas, Donald Sterling story.
I'm deposing Donald Sterling. He has a Swizzo stick in his mouth. It's the third day of our deposition. I say, Mr. Sterling, are you a racist? That Swizzo stick flipped out of his mouth across the table and fell right in front of me. I will say he spit it out. He will say he was talking and it came out accidentally. I stopped the deposition. What are you doing? This is outrageous. How dare you? Let me take a break. I regret that I did not videotape that deposition. I could have made a mint off that videotape.
You could have sold it to TMZ.
Hey, man, a ton of money, man. It's my mistake. I was trying to be frugal. It's my mistake.
Dan Lebatard, homeless guy story.
This just happened to me this morning coming in. Evidently, word has gotten around because I don't give money to homeless people. I'll just go buy them something to eat. And I get out of my car today to come in here, and there's a gathering. And a dude gets in my personal space because this has gotten away from me.
Right.
And this is what he says. Yo, chicken time.
Word has spread throughout the homeless community.
Well, and the first thing I thought of is this is the monster we've made of Stugotz, of entitlement, of Stugotz, of Stugotz, where he comes into the Clevelander is like, yo, 3 rooms, me and my boys.
Did you get him some chicken?
I did not.
Is this a different guy than the one who smokes expensive cigarettes while asking for money?
I've never seen this guy before, but what is that?
Eli Manning, prank strength and conditioning coach.
We've done some good stuff to our strength coach here, Jerry Palmieri. He has a 1990, van that he still drives. And a few years ago, we got his keys to his van, went in there, and we got some little confetti with maybe an inappropriate picture on it. And we just got bottles and bottles of it, and we poured it into his AC vents. Of course, the car is off, but we, turned the car off, pumped it, the AC on, so when he gets in his car, it's just gonna, blow out all this confetti. And of course, he gets in there, it's 90 degrees outside, and that confetti flies all around. And he says, even to this day, that was probably 5 years ago. Even to this day, every once in a while, a little piece of confetti will flutter out of the AC or see it on the floor. So that was a pretty good one that went over well.
Jeff Daniels, commercial story.
You did a commercial for diarrhea, didn't you?
I did. Thank you. Nice segue.
What was that commercial? Like, what were you struggling?
What do you think it was like? It was about diarrhea.
Do you remember the lines from that commercial?
Of course I remember the lines, because people like you keep bringing it up. Now, I was a student at the University of Mexico City, and my parents had come to visit me, and with the typical Hawaiian shirt and stupid hat and the camera in front. And we were walking across the campus, and I was telling them that there were 500 of us who had diarrhea, and 250 of us were given Pepto-Bismol, and I was one of them. And boy, did it work. And then the old man says he passes one test in college, and it's a diarrhea test. That's it. That was the commercial. Thank you. It won awards.
Keegan-Michael Key, meeting Olivia, Mom, and Aaron Rodgers.
I was leaving my office one day at Sunset Gower Studios, and I went over to visit a friend of mine who was shooting on the TV show The Newsroom with Jeff Daniels. And I'm looking down the way, and I see the beautiful Olivia Munn. She sees me and I see her, and she beelines for me.
Yes.
And she comes up, she goes, "Hi, I'm Liv, and I'm a big fan of your work." And I said, "And I'm Keegan, I'm a big fan of your work and your face and everything else." and everything else that's standing right here, I'm a big fan of. And then there's this big kind of hulky, kind of hunky guy standing next to her. I'm not paying attention. She goes, "Oh, I'd like you to meet my boyfriend, Aaron." No. All of a sudden, I couldn't care less who Olivia Munn was. I just look at the guy and I go, I don't even say hello. I just go, NFC North, and then I fall down.
Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, McFlurry story.
It was 3:30 in the morning. We walked to McDonald's to get a McFlurry. It was closed, so we had to walk through the drive-through window and knock on the window to order the McFlurry.
They wouldn't service because we didn't have a car, so we just asked the guy on a motorcycle to order for us.
Wait a minute.
You guys make how much money again?
We paid for his meal, though.
Michael Irvin Hall of Fame jacket story.
When I got it, it took me a little while to get it. I got some Lewinsky on mine because I went right home, touched my baby in it. She said, "No, we're not." I said, "Yes, we are."
You're not getting into this bed. You're not getting into this bed with this jacket.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
Yes, we did.
All right. There you go. That is a startling story, but okay.
Chen Batier, showboated after getting chalupas for everyone.
My rookie year, played for the really bad Memphis Grizzlies. We were bad. They had a promotion that if the Grizzlies scored 100 points, free chalupas for everybody. All right? So we're playing the Houston Rockets, and we have a great game, one of our 5 home wins that year. A half minute left. I hit a 3 to put us over 100 points. We're going to win the game. All right? I walk down the court, and I give the universal chalupa sign. I pretend like I'm eating a chalupa. Yeah! This is the only time I've ever showboated in the history of sports. I'm giving the air chalupa sign.
Yes! It's wonderful.
Stugotz ear piercing story.
I was doing shots of vodka in my room, and the earring was in it was in alcohol, but real alcohol. And it was sitting there. I was disinfecting it, and then we took it out, and it was in a shot glass. But we had shots of vodka all over the my desk table. And we put the earring in, and then we started doing shots again, and I actually did the shot of alcohol. I drank that alcohol, man. I spent the night in the emergency room.
Oh, God.
You know the alcohol that comes in the brown bottle?
Right.
Yeah, my mouth started foaming.
Stugotz, delivery man story.
2 nights ago, we ordered Japanese food, and the delivery guy came over. He gives me the bags of food. I give him the money. He says, hey, you mind if I use your bathroom? I figured the guy's a stranger, and I figured he wanted to use my bathroom for number 1, not number 2. So he was done. He opens the door, and whoo, it is smelly in there, okay?
Yeah, right.
But I get him out the door, and I get him out of the driveway. So he's pulling out of the driveway as Abby's pulling in. Oh, by the way, I'm telling Rachel, don't you dare. My daughter at home, don't you dare. You do not tell Mommy this happened. This is between you and I. You don't say a word about it.
Father-daughter secret.
And Abby walks in the house, and she goes, whoo-hoo,
Yeah.
because it smelled in there. Right. And I said, yeah, I got a bad stomachache. So a couple hours later, okay, my wife comes downstairs, and she says, not only did you let him in the house.
Oh, no.
Not only did you let him use our bathroom,
Oh, no.
you let him sit on the toilet seat?
Yeah.
Now, Rachel's standing right next to her, and I look at Rachel, and I said, really? All the bleeping stuff I do for you?
Yeah, she betrayed you.
Tracy McGrady, hotel balcony story.
We're on the road at the hotel. I think it was in L.A., and this player was on the second floor, and he had a balcony to his room. And we get back from shoot around. He has somebody in his room. Now mind you, this player is married. So he's in there, just got out of the shower, and he ordered room service before he got in the shower. A knock on the door, he think it's room service. He looks through the peephole. It's his wife.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And he's in the room with somebody. He puts on his clothes, jumps off the balcony. He somehow jumps off the balcony, goes down in the lobby and act like he's chilling in the lobby, texts the person that's in his room to get the hell out once he calls his wife downstairs. It was hilarious when he told us that on the bus.
Wow, and he got away with it.
Got away with it.
That's a good category, man. When are we announcing the winners to this, Mike?
Today. Later this show.
Okay, there's not going to be a lot of time to vote on this one. At Lebatard Show on Twitter. Another Suey category next.